I think this is something you'll find really useful because obviously as a leader, you've got to understand not just how people tick, but how different generations tick. So I'm going to talk about three things. What is generational theory? What does it mean? Who are the generations at the moment interacting in the workplace? I'm going to look in particular at Generation Y. Who are, what is Generation Y? And finally, I'm going to say, okay, so what? As future leaders, what does this mean for us, for you? How can you use this theory to help you in your career? The idea that generations are different isn't new. It's been around since Homer. You know, the Iliad is a battle of generations with each other. But the key thing that you probably need to know with generations is this. It's not really when you were born that defines your generation. It was what was happening in the world while you were growing up. So it was the politics, the music, the culture, the organisational relationships, gender relationships. They define your generational characteristics according to our research. We can, however, try and pinpoint generations a bit more accurately. So these are the generations that we use at the university when helping organisations think about generations. So there are roughly 4 generations interacting at the moment. Of course, there are older generations, and we call them the great generation or the silent generation. But we have the boomers, the X's, the Y's, and the millennials, who we hope are in school as we speak. Generation Y offer lots of hope for organisations, and they will be the organisation that solves many of the organisation problems that we've encountered over the past generations. But they are different. And for the NHS in particular, I think they offer lots of complex leadership problems. The size of the organisation makes it a very difficult challenge to face. Social networking in particular offers lots of opportunities but also threats. Online security is a major issue now. If you look at some of the analysis on Facebook, 90% of people on Facebook reveal their address, the name of their partner, their family details, etc. All of that is on Facebook. And Generation Y are very blasé about online security so far. How you attract this generation takes a joined-up strategy. Face-to-face, backed up with online resources, but driven by great storylines, driven by passionate narratives that the NHS needs to be able to tell. How do you manage them? Well, you don't shake your finger at them. You coach them. Generation Y expect coaches. It's a different style of management, which in particular baby boomers, I think, find quite difficult because they say, well, no one spoke to me like that when I first started work. I had to go 5 years before people knew who I was. So it's a different style of organisation. And I think there's lots of ways that the NHS can learn from different organisations. We just touched upon a few this afternoon, but there are lots of organisations that I'm sure will be able to offer consultancy and advice. I hope you found that useful, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck with your careers, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you.